You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Greetings, YouTube. Welcome to the final episode of the Tales of Iskallia. As you can see, I just managed to finally get the mineshaft at Kahile Kashuk finished when it was announced that Iskallia was launching an entirely new gold patron server, which seems to be where everybody's migrating to. That is in 1.15, so it'll have the bees, and among other things, which I'll get into when I actually launch that new series. But I'm really excited about it. But still, I think we did a pretty good job with this town here before everything basically kind of wrapped up. So that's actually what I think I'm going to be doing this episode, is kind of taking a bit of a trip down memory lane, because it was about a year ago that I first started playing on this, started supporting Iskallia as a patron and started playing on this server. But yeah, as you can see, I've gotten this town mostly built the way I want it. Like, even added this nice big house here for the villagers, and the town is actually big enough to need a second bell. And of course my palace and the pyramid, and this whole like seaside district with my 2 netherwort farms, and the nice little green area here next to the automatic sugarcane farm for the town. And of course the villager farms and all the villagers. And I did test my what do you call it, my data, or not data pack, my resource pack, and it is compatible with 1.15, so I did copy it over. But anyways, enough about this village here. Wow, I timed that perfectly, didn't I? Time to go, check out the and unfortunately, I probably won't be able to, round up any more reformed pillager guys, because if I remember correctly, they patched that out in 1.15. Although I'm kind of hoping they didn't, because, I mean, I think it'd be seriously cool to have something like that. So yes. Oh yeah, one of the things that happened in between episodes is that my string of bad luck with horses continued, and second Princess Luna met her demise, so I got a new horse. This one's Princess Celestia, and I got a donkey that I actually tamed at, what's that town? UMESorg. And so I bred the first and probably will be the only mule on the server. And if you're wondering, the mule is named after the main character's mule from my best friend's novel series, the Snow Saga. Not quite the right color, not spotty, but, well, it's the only mule on the server, so first and only mule on the server, so I figured, name it in honor of my friend. And donkey is named Senator after the sidekick's character's donkey from the old radio show. Well, it's not that old, it's from like the 80s, called Riders Radio Theater, Riders in the Sky. But anyways, time to head down this tunnel that I built and go stop for a few other places along the way. Of course, our trip down memory lane wouldn't be complete without, stop at Tichnu, the kind of like tundra / Christmas village that I set up over the Christmas holiday break that I had from work. And of course it's night out when I arrive at the village / mob, or I mean ice farm. So let's go hit the hay real quick. If I can find some hay to hit. But yeah, as you can see, this village unfortunately is still very much unfinished. But it did, you know, help me come up with some, you know, stretch my legs, as it will, when it comes to, like, you know, working on different styles of architecture and stuff, and improving my building styles and techniques. So it's definitely worthwhile, you know, exercising that, even though it's, again, sadly, very incomplete. So anyways, time to move along to the next destination, and I'll see you guys when I get there. Yes, here we are at UMESorg. The town that, unfortunately, never really got the attention it deserved. I'd hoped to come back here and start, you know, remaking this town in the similar style as to what I've been doing in my village on the Zookeeper server that I live stream on. But alas, I've ran out of time, so there's still this, you know, pile of unused shulker boxes here in this butcher shop, you know, that are going to be remaining such, unfortunately. Of course, that's one thing I'm going to be missing in the new series, since it's on a new world, is shulker boxes. Because I've kind of gotten to the point where, you know, almost took them for granted. Along with, like, you know, my fancy schmancy, you know, OP diamond tools, my OP bow and all that stuff. And my, you know, blingity blangity armor. But, you know what, it's actually at the same time going to be rather exciting to be starting anew. But anyways, continuing onward. Yeah, of course the tour wouldn't be complete without my sadly unfinished extension of the southern public nether tunnel. In retrospect, I probably should have gotten, you know, a couple other people involved with this project so that we could actually finish this in a timely manner. Because trying to build something this big by yourself, especially when you work full-time, is rather daunting task, to say the least. But I mean, the parts that I did get finished do look rather spiffy, I think. Especially that creeper heads thing there. I might have to see about if I can get that included in the nether tunnel project of the new server. But that's, you know, for project for down the road. Yes, I know you guys probably think I've completely forgotten about it, but I haven't. Forgotten about the community build area, or my, unfortunately, unfinished project that I have here, namely the, namely, my giant factory, or giant steampunk factory of doom, which it hasn't rendered in just yet. Ah, there it is. Yeah, trust me, I did actually plan on getting this thing finished, but I wanted to do the whole, you know, Kahile Kashok tie-in with, you know, my old single-player series Mayan Village raid farm thing before, you know, I went back and finished this up. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I mean, I still am rather proud of some of the again, this build, even though it's unfinished as it is, definitely did, yeah, and I got a couple more of these guys here, but it definitely did make me, you know, kind of step out of my comfort zone with, you know, building wise and learn a few new techniques. So I'm definitely glad I did have this experience for that. But yeah, again, I wish I could have finished this, but perhaps, who knows, maybe in the new series or slash server, I might be able to finish something along these lines or build something along these lines. But we'll see soon enough. But still, this is still the largest single structure I've ever built in Minecraft, so I'm rather proud of that achievement in and of itself. And again, unfinished as it is, I think it still looks pretty cool. But unfortunately, this server is pretty much, you know, probably going to be pretty much dead, at least for the foreseeable future. So I'm figuring, you know, it would be a good time to wrap this up, especially with the new server. And one of the key aspects of the new server, which I shall be revealing in the first episode that I'll be recording on it, because I want it to be a bit of a surprise. But anyways, time to continue on with our, you know, grand finale tour of this whole area and everything. Of course, it's only fitting that I end this trip down memory lane at the place where everything began. Namely, my original base in Bricksburg Tour. This was the first time I ever really built any kind of, like, you know, nether tunnel or to be part of like a nether hub network. And boy, do I wish I would have, you know, thought to do something like that in my single player series, because getting back and forth between Whack-A-Mole and Iskallia would have been so much faster via nether tunnel. And it looks like Lily still has her nitwit villager in my basement. And it looks like she's gonna be, you know, staying there for as long as the server stays up. And of course, this is my first, my first crazy secret door thing that I built. Mostly using, you know, just basic redstone that I already knew, rather than watching like tutorials. And my rather pathetic netherwork farm. But yeah, the thing is when I first joined this server and started supporting Iskallia85 on Patreon, I, to be perfectly honest, didn't know what to expect, because I'd never really played Minecraft on a multiplayer server that wasn't one that was, you know, ran by family members or very close friends. And I am so glad that I did decide to join the server, because I met all sorts of really awesome people who have become friends over the past year, like Multiple Mean, Kenny Mac, Kala, aka Lily Chaos, and so many others. And I'm looking forward to, you know, hanging out with them more in the next season, I guess, as it were, on the new server. But still, I mean, you can just see how, even from like the beginning of the series to like the end, just how much my building styles and techniques have improved over time. Like, I mean, this castle was heavily based on someone else's design that I modified, but then I just, you know, started gaining confidence as a builder. And well, I actually modified the design even further, because this tower wasn't like that originally. I completely rebuilt it and everything. And of course, you know, I have my almost exact copy of an inn ship along with this ship that is partially copied from the sunken shipwrecks, but also like heavily modified and redesigned in many ways. And I really like how it turned out. And I mean, just kind of looking at the overall build from, if I can actually get up here, from up high on the ship. I mean, this looks pretty impressive. And I had some plans for like improving the village walls and both the inner and outer walls, and constructing stuff in the outer courtyard. But again, it seemed that I basically ran out of time on the server. To be honest, I kind of wasn't expecting them to be launching a new server quite so soon. I thought that they were going to wait till 1.16. But it looks like they decided to reset the server to coincide with the launch of the new Hermitcraft season. Anyways, I want to thank all of you all for all the views and support, and for sticking with me through this series. And I'll see you guys in the next season.